Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Handmade by Shirley. Thank you so much for everybody being here, and thank you to all my new subscribers and my present subscribers. Please do check though your subscription, because I don't know why, but YouTube seems to have a problem with unsubscribing people. So please do check that you're subscribed on the all part of the subscription, because sometimes there has been a few people who have become unsubscribed and they don't know about it. So I thought I'd come on and make a few tags. So I made these this afternoon. So they were 4x6, the same size as the card I've got there, and I just did a wee bit of playing about. That probably goes that way actually. But I've been making my own stencils, so I'll just show you a few that I've been making. So this one I used on these, this one here, which is an Alexandra Renke die cut, and I've used this 6 Mil Mylar, which I've had for ages. I was going to make my stencils ages ago and I never got round to it. So I cut that out with the die, and then I've used it as a mask or a stencil on both of these. I've also made a few others. I've got the ginkgo one that I made. It's still got a wee bit of something on it. And I've used some lavender as well. And a bit of some different ones out Gummy Pan. And these were ones, this is another Gummy Pan leaf one which I've done, and a Gummy Pan oval one as well. So I'm quite happy that I've got these. So I'm going to be using a couple of these because I want to just show you the technique that I did for that one. It was mostly blue, and I did use the spritzer for it and put some of these lovely Nuvo Shimmer Powders in them so I could spray them, and then went over it with some of the lovely gold paints. So I just want to show you how I made them. So it was a 4x6 piece of card. This one is just silk and weave. It's not watercolour or anything like that. And because I'm going to probably use a mixture of these die cuts, so the ginkgo one, cut them out a couple of times, but I probably will colour these as well. So those, and then I've got, these are spellbinders, these are Gummy Pan ones that I've used before on projects, and I'll probably only do 2 tags. And these are the lavender ones as well from Gummy Pan. So we'll just pop them up there just now. I just want to show you the technique that I used to make the backgrounds. So to be fair, I probably do prefer this one, but I mean, it doesn't matter really. So that joined onto there like that. And this one was a mixture of green and the blue. It's quite nice too. So that joined on to there, and I just went through it with the stencil and with different colours. I think I used broken china and cracked pistachio on that one, and I used, what did I use on that one? I used peacock feathers, perhaps, can't quite remember. Anyway, so I'm going to make something similar to these. So I'll not keep them there because I don't want to get them covered in stuff. So all I did was I got some of the colours that appeal to me, which is usually a green tealy colour and blues, and then I got this sort of gold sparkles, and I have this spritzer bottle which I got ages ago from Stamping Up. It's old, I don't think I've really used it that much. So filled it up with water, like I have here. And actually it's probably got far too much water in it. I'm going to pour some onto my cloth. A bit more, that's probably better. Oh no, it's not got much in it. Never mind. So this time, I'm going to, I think I'm going to just use the same colour. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of the powder into there, like that. And a little bit of the gold sparkler one as well. See how these, oh, great. See these colours mixed together. Just put a wee bit in there. And some of the green. And then that will be a nice wee mixture. So these are Nuvo Shimmer Powders. You could use anything. You could use Luscious Powders. Anything you fancied if you wanted to do this technique. So that's that. So then just popping that back on and just giving it a wee shake back and forward. Now, what did I do with my cloth? Because I've got that everywhere. Right, so just giving it a wee shake, popping these over. And it's make sure that the powder's dissolved, and it's a nice kind of colour, isn't it? So what I sort of did first was I just spritzed it on to the card, and it's more green than blue, so that's okay. And I just let it kind of run like that a bit. So I'm now thinking I want to put a wee bit more blue in it because it's more green now than blue. So I'm just going to add some more blue to it. That's fine, I can see that going in. I'll give that a wee shake around. It's probably far too much blue now. Trial and error, really. So let's see, it's a bit more tealy. Still much the same. Oh, there's a wee bit more blue coming out there. And then what I did was I actually pulled some of this colour back with my cloth, so it wasn't quite as bright as you see it on there. Like that. Then I give it a wee dry. And then I did go for it again. So I'm just going to put some more blue in. Because I feel that blue, although I could always do my blue as the blending. But it's quite nice just to have a bit more here. So let's just do it again. And that's a bit better. I'm just going to bring that back slightly, a wee bit more here. So the higher that you have it, the better of a splatter type you'll get. So trying it again. I'm just going to do another bit, so I'm going a bit higher because you get more of the splatter than if you go nearer. So once I've dried it, I'll be back. Right, so I'm back now. I've done that, I'm finished with this. Pop that to the side, and you get a nice because it's got mica in it, you get a nice sort of sheen on that, don't you? So the next thing I want to do is to just show you what I did with this. What I did was I went over with this here with some ink. So if you look here, I went over with some ink. This one's not so dark on the back. So I think for instead of this one, I'm going to use this Ginkgo one. I'm just going to place it down, and all I did was used some of my Distress Oxides. So I'm going to go for something that's going to show up on here. Let me think, because it's a wee bit darker than I thought. So let's see, let's do Salty Ocean onto this. So I'll put some of my brushes. See what this looks like. So that was all I did. I just tried to keep it still, not move it, because sometimes it seems I do move it. So I just got that and held it down, and then that's my stencil, and then I just kept doing a wee bit here, there and everywhere. Some lighter than others, some not so dark. I'll put some halfway up as well, like that, and then I'm going to just do one more sort of on the corner there, just a wee bit like that. And then the next thing I did was I took, let me see, what did I do from that one? That one was quite light, this one was a bit darker. So I think I just took another colour. I think the first one I just used one colour, but this one I might use a darker colour as well. So this is Forest Moss, so this is quite dark. And I'm going to use these little stencils here. So I'm just going to bring them in. So you're still in camera shot because I've been out of camera shot a couple of times. So you've got that bit there. You can also put in one of the other ones like that. So it's just really creating a background for your bookmark, your tag, not bookmark. I'll put one coming up the side here. Doesn't matter if you overlap, really. We've not done this one. Let's do this one in the middle. There we go, and maybe another one here, just with what's on the brush. Same there. Okay. Do a bit there as well, and a wee bit on the bottom. So it's just really creating a background. I'll just get that this side as well. So it's really good when you've got your own stencils, because you can make whatever you like with whatever you've cut out. And I forgot to use that one, didn't I? Let's just use this one a wee bit as well on here. So let's use a slightly different colour. Let's use, actually I can show you a technique. If you use your, so because these are water reactive, through here you can actually take some of the colour back using your stencil. So you just go over it with your wet cloth. That's a good way of taking that colour back off. And then you'll get the shape of this stencil as well through it. Just not too much pressure, just a little bit of pressure. See what I mean? You can just see that and no more, just through there. So that's another way of using your stencils as well. Let's just try it down here a little bit. Go. There's a tiny wee bit you can see there. So let's just, using the stuff we've got on our brush, a couple of bits of this in. Go. On there, and up here we need a wee bit. So yeah, and that's really what I did. I probably did a lot lighter on these two, but you can do it as dark or as light as you want. And then the last thing, excuse me, I did was get these lovely paints. Now, I've washed my brushes, so they should work. So I just got, I chose one and then just decided which one to use. So I'm going to go for the light gold, I think. I'll just put my water into it. Loaded up the brush as much as I could with paint. And did my usual splattering. Hang on. Hang on. Let's have a look. And because these are metallic as well, they really do show up. So I think we need a little bit more water in here. Okay. I would like to get some bigger splats, but I don't suppose that's going to happen, is it? If you zoom into this when you're watching it, you'll be able to see the splats going on. And that's all really I did to make that background. I've made backgrounds like that before, but I really find they give me so much joy when I make these backgrounds. So that's why I do it a lot. So just let's dry this off as well. There we go, and that was all I really did. So all I did after that was cut it in half, which would be 2 because it's 4 by 6. So I put it to 2 inches and I just cut it off the middle, and that gave me my 2 pieces. So I thought I'd do some tag making. So I can either use any of these, they're all lovely in their own way, they really are nice. Hope you'll agree that they're really nice in their own way. So there's like 6 tags already I can use. So I could use them all. So as I say, I've got all these bits cut. There's not that lot, but I've got some stamps beside as well that I'm going to use, I think, and I'll possibly use more of the stencils. So I've got these Alison Bomber paper artsy
Eclectica EAB42 stamps. I've got some more of hers as well, but not here for this project. So I thought I might use some of them as well. Probably these bits here, and possibly these, and some of the words, I think. But I'm just going to use a mixture of stuff, and I'm also going to add these die cuts onto it as well. So I'm going to still be getting mucky with some of the things. So I'm just going to put a few wee bits out. Take this away just now because it's a bit in the way. So roughly just sort of placing various wee bits and pieces onto my fronts of these, just because I do like making stuff like this. It's really fun, and I can always cut out more if I need to, but I don't want to overpower it too much with stuff. So that one doesn't have anything on it at all. That one's got, I could do a bit of stamping with that and heat embossing. I've also got this visible image stencil brick wall. That's not my own. So I'm going to use a bit of that as well. And I'm going to use a little bit of walnut stain, which is distress ink. It's not distress oxide. So what I'll do first is, I'll take these off, but that's what I plan to do. What I'm going to do first is do some of the wall, because it's all about creating layers, isn't it? So if I get that piece of stuff back, and I'll pop it on the white side just so that you can see, because sometimes having a pattern on what I'm working on so could be distracting for you. So let's just do 3 just now, because 6 is quite a lot, so we'll do 3 just now. So I'm going to use this distress ink, which is walnut stain, and I'm going to put a little bit of this brick just in bits. I'm not going to put too much at all, just for another little bit of texture. And it's not going to be too, so that's quite nice, it's not going to be too overpowering. Okay, so that's that one, which I think is quite nice. This one might need it to be slightly darker because it's got quite a dark background. So if I sort of do it here a little bit like that, that's quite nice. And on the bottom maybe, because I don't want to cover up all that nice stuff I've done either. So that's quite nice. And maybe a little bit just at the top here. Just up there, I think. There we go. So that's those 2. And down here at the bottom, there we go. And a little bit up here, not too much, just going to use what's on my brush now. I'm going to go in again. There we go. So that's 3 different bits I've put it on. I think, oh, actually I might just put a bit here. Wait a minute. Just with what's in the brush. I just think 3 looks better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So just pop that there just now, just give this a wee wash. I like to keep my stuff clean as I go along. I know some people don't mind, but I'm afraid I do. So let's just clean this back bit as well. Like that, that's fine. Silver's still in camera shot. Right, so I've got these nice stamps from Alison Bomber, which I'm thinking I'm going to put on the back here. Now, I have got a long one, but I do know a trick now to do if you don't have a big enough plate. One of my subscribers suggested using the actual plate from your cutting machine to do it in, which is a super idea because it does work. So that's what I'm going to do. So I need to get a little bit of, I'm going to use, what am I going to use? Where is it? Uncharted Mariner onto this one. And then I'm going to spritz it with my spray bottle. Okay. And that's going to give me a kind of, you'll see in a minute, look. So a watery look, but it's really quite nice. So let's do that with this bit as well. So it's like stamping kind of with kind of watercolour. So just ink that up again. And spritz, oh no, don't do that. Spritz it. And I'm going to do this one in the middle now. And it's going to be a bit more as if it's coming from the ground up to the wall, which is fine, and that's fine. I don't mind that it's like that. Let's just do it again on here because it didn't quite work as well. There, and that's fine. And then we're just going to give that a little bit of a dry as well. I just pulled some of the water back with the cloth as well, so that gives you a nice image. Just pull it back here. Here you're sort of seeing more of a white image here, but I've pulled it kind of back. Okay, and then this bit, pull it back a bit as well. This is much more subtle. This bit here. You can still see it there. Right. So just get rid of this as well. There we go. Quite happy with those. I'm going to take that off now and put that away. Now I've got another one here as well, this one here, which will fit onto here, and I'm going to do that with, let me see, we'll do it with that blue as well. Yeah, let's just do it with the Uncharted Mariner again. And this time we're going to do the same, so just give it a wee spritz, and we're going to do exactly the same, just there. And you can see how nice that is. I'm not going to re-ink it at the minute, I'm just going to use what I've got there. Can't quite see as much there. Perhaps I'll go to this side. Let's just try again. So it's just a bit like watercolouring with your stamps. That's better. And then I want one more bit onto here, and then that should be done with all the inkiness. Okay, so that's not quite as dark. I don't know where that bit's coming. Let's just try this bit again. It's not quite as dark as the other ones are doing. That's better, definitely. Just take that one back. That's fine. Right. So put that to the side there. Just let's give this a dry off. This is my favourite so far. Anyway, that one's a bit dark. I think that one's, I don't know, but this is my favourite one. So. Right, so let's pop this here to the side. So the next thing I'm looking to do is start putting some of these die cuts on. So I'm going to put these out the way just now. Just try and get them back into shape a wee bit. What I could do actually is just put a pop a hole in the top of each one. Like that. And this one. There. So we've got our 3 tags. So I think before I finish, I'm going to just take this on the edge here, just going around the edge with this walnut stain on the edges. Just gives it a bit of definition and it makes it stand out a bit better. You can do it with a dabber brush or anything, but I just always find this is the easiest way to do it, like that. That does make them stand out a wee bit more. Hope you've beared with me. I'm not going on too long. Right, so I've done that, and then I want to just add some of these. So I'm going to just, I'm not going to put too much colour onto these, I don't think. I'm just going to try and put them on white. So we could have maybe the 3 bits of wrong way around, 3 bits of lavender here. I think that's the wrong way around anyway. And perhaps the other ones, this one here, that's quite nice. And maybe that as well. Possibly another one at the sort of back of that one there as well. These 3 could kind of go like that, and then I've got this one as well, which could possibly go in with these ones. Don't want to overpower it too much though. No, I don't think I need that one actually. I think just having perhaps this one with that one's actually quite nice. Now I think I'm going to leave them white because I think it looks quite nice with white. I've got this little bit of thread which I'm thinking I might pop round them as well. Now I haven't done any words, so I'm thinking I'll do some words. So this says, before I put stuff together, what does this say? There's a certain slant of light on winter afternoons. I don't know if that's quite the right. Frosted stem and spray, because this was obviously a winter collection, not a same but listening ear. That's a nice one. Or I can just put this wee box on. Maybe I'll just do that. So let's just get that to stick on, and we'll just do a couple of these with this one, this ink, and I'll just stamp off first because I don't want it to be very bright. You know, I don't want it to be too in your face. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of that there. Okay. And I'm going to do it again. We might have a bit there. I didn't stamp off, but that's okay. Same here, I'm going to just have a bit. And here, where there's pleasing spaces. And let's see here, we're gonna do one there, and let's do one just on there, and that's fine. So it just gives you a bit more for your bookmark. Not bookmark, I keep calling them bookmarks. It's not bookmarks, it's a tag. Honestly, Shirley. Honestly. Really. Right, so let's just quickly get these glued into place and then I'll be done. So you just want to have a little bit of this string around each one of them. So I'm just going to cut. Where's my scissors going? Come on, scissors, where are you? You've done a runner, you know. Oh, they're hiding under all these bits and bobs here. Right, so that's one bit. I'm going to do 3. Oh. That's 2, and I need another bit. I should measure up with this one. Probably won't need that amount, but better to have less than more. Better to have more than less even. Right, so let's get these stuck down first. So where's my glue? Here. Hope you're still bearing with me, everybody. It's so good of you if you are. It's nice to see the process, I think. So using my trusty tweezers, and I can get hold of the thing. And remember to squeeze to hold it. Because sometimes I don't. I think, what have I done? So just going to pop that there. It is going over some of the stuff we've stamped, but it doesn't matter because that's the background really, isn't it? And then we were going to pop that one on as well, weren't we? And we were popping this one on. Can't remember. Can't remember. Just make it up as I go along. That's the best way, isn't it? So we'll just pop that one there as well. Take that glue off. Leave that one there now. We've got the ginkgo one, which I think I'm going to put onto there. So let's do that. So a blob of glue here and there. Just not too much. Take that away, and we're going to just on a minute. Get rid of that gluey bit. And then these three are going to go on this bit. And then we can pop our twine around the bottom. So let me just get these. That's going to go. That's turning round. That's what it is. Come on. Right. So we're going to put that on there. So this all derives from make your own stencils, basically, doesn't it? It does. But then we can make it into three now. I think we'll just do it there. Three lovely book tags, surely, not bookmarks. And I don't know if no, I'm quite happy with that. What about this? Let's see if we need another one of them. Yeah, that's quite nice. Or we could just have a bit of it coming off. Let's just put that on because we've got it, and I'll cut the excess off. Okay, so that was going to kind of go here, wasn't it? Just there. Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm just going to cut these bits off from the back. Like that and that. There we go. Pull them down. And then I've got a couple of these. I got these from Temu or Tiamu, whatever you call it. And I'm just going to I'm going to put these down and we'll put the twine round it. So let's see what we could have in any of these. So let's see. Walk your own path. That's quite nice, isn't it? So we could have that there. We could have it there or up the side. I'm not sure. I'm going to put that one down the bottom like that, and I'm just going to wrap that around. It's not quite on. Perhaps I should take that back off. That was a bit bad of me to do that. Let's see if we can get it off without it. Right, let's do that again because we want the whole thing on, don't we? We don't want half of it. That's better. Still can wrap that around there. So that's that one. Let's just put this twine round this one, which is going to probably should, as I say, put it round before I put the wording on. So I may have to take that wording back off. Dears. Right, let's just put that there. Put this on first. So we're going to go round once, twice. And then we're going to tie it, hopefully, at the back. We've got enough twine. We're going to tie it at the back, like that. Come on. There at the front, I don't know what that is, but we've done that. Oh, yeah, that's actually that bit. So, done that a couple of times. We're just going to cut that off and that piece off. Come on. Right, so that's one tag, more or less done. Just want to move this up a bit. And we can see if we're going to put that on there or if we're going to have to put it up here. I think we're going to have to put it up here, aren't we? So There we go, just round there like that. So that's number 1. So number 2 tag, let's do this first instead of trying to do it after the fact. Now, this one I think I might do, start again. So starting at the front, coming around the front, starting here, going around the side, right. I'm just going to do this at the front, if it's still in camera shot, sorry if it's not. Don't usually tie ribbon on camera. I used to tie bows on cameras, but camera even. But I don't tend to do that now. Just going to chop that off there. Go. That's kind of sort of what I thought I'd do. And let's add Live Boldly, or is there another one that's a bit of a darker colour? Is there a Live Boldly? It's a slightly darker colour. Let me see. What about? No, that's not darker. Perfect Moments. Let's go for that one. So just to kind of hide these bits at the bottom. There we go. There's Perfect Moments. And then the last one, I should still have a bit of twine. Where's it going? Oh dear. I used all the twine I can't have. Oh dear. Where's the twine now? Let's get some more. It's probably on the floor. Right. Thanks for bearing with me if you have bared with me. That's really great. I do appreciate it. So around the front, and that one round to the back, and then the front, and then we just tie off again here, and stay in camera shot, Shirley. Come on. And I will put these onto, I'll back them because they're quite flimsy, just as they are, you know, so we'll back them onto something else. So there we go, that's that one. And the last, let's see, what we've got Walk Your Own Path, Perfect Moments, and Wild and Free. Yeah, I think that would be good. Wild and Free. Or will we put that up here? I think we're going to put it up here. Wild and Free. So there we go. That is my 3 tags, which I will put onto backing, and I will put some ribbon or something in the top. But that is my 3 tags using my own stencils, apart from one, and die cuts from Gummy Pan and Spellbinders. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long. Thanks for sticking with me. Please remember to subscribe, share, like, and yes, I'll see you soon. Bye.